Hello, Hargos here with the first look for Blossom players in Midnight. Here I am in the beta. So I've been playing around with this rotation. I don't typically do a lot of testing, mainly because I want to be most of these things to be surprised as a player. I enjoy the story, I enjoy questing, so I don't do a lot of testing, but I do want to just kind of go through the rotation at the first look for Blossom players. I think this will be very exciting. This will be much smoother, a lot more options in our play, a lot more ways to express skill versus the current version where you're just kind of continuously going through a rotation. This will actually be a hybrid Echo Blossom build where you're using your blossoms for any essence bursts. So we're going to get tons of free essence bursts for those blossoms, so you won't need to be using non-essence burst on blossoms. So in that way, it's actually going to be very mana efficient. It's going to be similar mana efficiency to Echo builds because of just using blossoms for essence bursts. So this is be a hybrid version, and what allows it to be a hybrid version is we're able to select all these talents for echoes and then also blossoms. So it's a hybrid version in that way, and then also anytime we cast blossom, we will get one free additional echo. Then next time we cast it. Now this does not stack. Right now it's just one, so when we use essence burst, when we have two on two blossoms, you still only get one copy of Echo. I hope they change that. That will make this even more exciting. And then this will also allow us to echo and get more dream breaths. So we are playing Flame Shaper, so we will be consuming these dream breaths whenever someone is healed with our Emerald Blossoms for 2 seconds of our dream breaths healings. And then also, I'm kind of playing around with this last point for grace period. Anytime we echo and cast reversion, we're going to have more reversions out. We get 10% more healing, and then also we'll be casting Maretha's Blessing, which will be kind of our Spirit Bloom jumping between allies. So we'll have tons of these jumping around as well. So between Blossoms, Echoes, Dream Breath, Reversions, and Maretha's Blessing, we have tons of healing options. We will also be benefiting from Golden Hour, benefiting from this reversing 4% of all damage taken. And so this is going to be a nice build. It's very smooth. We have 2 charges of Dream Breath and Fire Breath. So tons of chances for more Essence Burst with Leaping Flames. Anytime we do a full Fire Breath, we'll get tons of Living Flames to allow us to farm for Essence Burst in between our Dream Breath casting, Reversion casting, and Emerald Blossom casting. So without further ado, let's jump into what this looks like for our rotation so people can see this. So I actually used this in a previous video for my first thoughts, and so this is basically what you'll be seeing. A Dream Breath with consuming flame for your Emerald Blossoms with your 2 free Essence Bursts. Now, I am not using the tier set here, so this is what this Verdant Embrace here is for. That gives us an additional Emerald Blossom, so I won't be using that. So this is just what you're going to see is what you're going to be able to do first day of the expansion. And then you'll be casting Echoes for more Maretha's Blessing. And right now, with our Essence regeneration, we're actually not able to do at least one of these that I'm showing here for your Essence here. So you're going to have one less Maretha's Blessing. And then also Maretha's Blessing consumes both reversions, which I've actually submitted for a bug, so I hope that doesn't go live. So you're not going to be able to cast 2 reversions in a row when you cast with Maretha's Blessing. And then you'll have a chance to get more Essence Burst. And then we're going to throw in a Fire Breath with Living Flame to get more Essence Burst. And so let's show this first look. All right, so here we're going to build up here our temporal compression so we can get a chance for 2 Essence Bursts. We got 2 there. There's our Blossoms. Now we're going to do Maretha's Blessing. See tons of Maretha's Blessings jumping around. We get Essence Burst there. Fire Breath, more Essence Burst. More Blossoms. and then you can just rinse and repeat from there, based on what healing's required. And so you can see this is just very smooth. You can choose what you want to do here, and cast your Emerald Blossoms. Now you could also, I have another example here, where you could just continue to stack your reversions. You can continue to stack your Dream Breaths on the party. Since you have 2 Dream Breaths available, you can just go through Dream Breath and reversion ramps. So you can get as many of those grace periods out there, get your Dream Breaths out there, as many as people as possible. And so when you do get 2 Dream Breaths on folks, you actually consume both Dream Breaths when you cast Blossoms on them. So it's not just one, so you actually get double effect. So that's very cool. So here I'm just ramping to get more and more. So you can do this on your raid party to get as many Dream Breaths out there, get as many reversions out there. And then when you do need to consume, you have Blossoms available. So that's what this is going to look like. So I hope that gives you a good look at what this will look like. I think this is going to be very exciting, very smooth gameplay. Let me know what you think. If there's any thoughts here on improvements, just give me a comment. And I appreciate you watching. Have a good one.